Okay, Ben, good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about the two-piece jb200 blackcat made by Wasab. I love these old little units. They're not very well made. I think everybody will commonly agree on that they're not the best made thing on the world, but they work really, really well. I got a couple other blackcat units I got to work on for the same guy. But I wanted to do just a little jb200. This is a two-piece unit, of course, and this is the way it's designed to sit. I have the lid off so we can see the operation, and I wanted to talk to you about this tube, which is an 8417. This tube is bad. There is something wrong with the anode. It's shorted to the screen on the inside, and this thing gets stupid hot, like in a second. But the reason that Ben sent this thing over to me was because of this. The electrolytics that were inside the power supply portion of it are garbage. 40, 50-year-old electrolytics had gone titties. First time this thing was here, it had problems with the key-in circuit, which is there, which I repaired. And then he got it back home and he says, man, it's working, but it's making a great big buzz. Oh, well, send it back. I'll take care of it. So he sent it back over here, and this capacitor right here has got zero capacitance left to it, and as you can see, it's bulged out a little bit. Focus. It's all bulged out. It's dry. Done. Dead. And this one has got a little bubble on it. Focus. It's got a little bubble on it, and its capacitance is starting to read low. So instead of just replacing the one, I went ahead and I put brand new computer grade power supply capacitors in here and reused the same bleeders. But this thing is fully functional, except for this tube's got a short in it. So we're not going to key this thing down for very long, but it doesn't matter which socket I put this in, this tube is glowing like crazy. And it is strictly a tube issue, so you replace the tube, Ben, and this thing will be up and running 100%. Let's see, let's put it in standby, which is this switch. Now, there is an on-off switch for the high voltage supply, which is over here. And it controls from both ends. This is your operate standby switch on the jb200. So now, let's turn on our peak kit actually. That'd probably be handy. 1000 watt in peak, 1000 watt in average, 5 watt slug in reverse. 5 watt slug between the 2950, which we have turned way down. Doing about 10 peak watts. Remember, these were built in the 70s for incredibly low drive radios. So you don't want to go and put like no 100 watt striker into it. Now what we've got going on for our monitor radio is a 955. And the reason that's important is because we're going to operate this thing for just a second to prove that we got the hum out of it. So all he's got to do is replace that tube, which I'm going to mark with a Sharpie when I'm done here. So let's go ahead and let's flick this to on. Got all the hum out of it because when we first started it was going look at this tube. That happens when there's a short between the graphite anode and the filament. No good, garbage. We got all the hum out of it. That's the most important thing. So all he's got to do is go out and order himself a new tube and be off to the races and running. But even down on one tube with only swinging like 8 watts into it, we're still getting 200 out. Now, I don't want to keep keying this because it's hard on the electrolytics and it's hard on the power supply and it's hard on everything. Get about 200 out. So remember, you guys, this isn't the variable power knob that everybody thinks it is. This is your actual input tune. And then over here is your output tune, which I don't even want to try and play with because I don't want to keep it keyed down long enough to overheat that tube. So here's your output tune, your antenna load, and this is your input tune. No joke. So you got to tune that with a watt meter in between the radio and the amplifier. Tune that down, then leave it alone. Then you use your radio to adjust your dead key. Incredibly low drive. Okay, Ben, you're all fixed up, buddy. Let this sit as your reference video. I'm going to put all the lids on it, and we'll bring it back to you over the Baker Man BBI break on the 10th in Rooster Rock in Oregon next week. On that note, we'll see you guys. Bye. Oh yeah, hey, questions that you can't answer on the webpage, call this number. And I work on all this kind of stuff. If you put RF in one end and more RF comes up the other, I'm your guy. Just saying. Gentlemen, my name is BBI, and without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. Come check us out. Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and of course, www.bbiamps.com. Anything I can do to help you out, call me, let me know, and I will get you squared away. I will see you on to the next project. Bye-bye. jb200 in the done pile.